Good day everyone, I am Michimis Ushang and we're going to discuss the topic about minor bodies of the solar system together with Mary J. Pegara and Cherry Ann Huarte. The sum of the topic will be discussed by them later. So at the end of the module, classmates are expected to identify what is comets, meteors, and meteorites, define planetary satellites and its types, and the differences between planet and asteroids. Summary: the smaller bodies in the solar system are discussed in this article. Although their combined mass is tiny compared to the planets, asteroids, comets, and meteorites, they have important effects upon the terrestrial environment, and this is the emphasis of the present article. So minor bodies are the smaller and non-spherical objects found in the solar system. The minor bodies includes asteroids, comets, meteoroids, the group of objects referred to as the Kuiper Belt objects, trans-Neptunian objects, and Oort cloud objects, and other spaces. So some of the minor bodies are comets. Comets are frozen leftover from the formation of the solar system composed of dust, rocks, and ices. They range from a few miles of miles wide, but as they orbit closer to the sun, they heat up and spew gases and dust into a glowing head that can be larger than a planet. Comets form in the outer regions of the solar nebula, where it was cold enough for volatile gases to condense. Comets are also important in scientists because they are primitive bodies left over of the transformation of the solar system. They were among the first solid bodies to term in the solar nebula, the collapsing interstellar cloud of dust and gas out of which the sun and planets form. Next, a meteor. A meteor is a streak of light in the sky. A meteor, sometimes called shooting star or falling star, is actually a space rock that is crashing through Earth's atmosphere. So, why meteors glow brightly? It is because the heat causes gases around the meteoroids to glow brightly and meteor appears. So next is meteoroids. Meteoroids are objects in space that range in size from dust gate to small asteroids. Think of them as a space rocks. We also know them as a space rock. So the meteoroids, when meteoroids enters Earth atmosphere in the other planets like Mars and etc. at a high speed and burn up, the fireball or shooting star are called meteors. When the meteor survives a trip through the heat and the ground, it is called meteorites. So next is a meteorite. A meteorite is a solid piece of debris from an object such as comet, asteroids, or meteoroids that originates in outer space and survives the passage through the atmosphere to reach the surface of a planet or moon. Meteorite is a rock that falls from the Earth from space. But actually, they are not like Earth rocks. Because meteorites are ancient pieces of the celestial bodies, scientists rely on them the information about the history of our solar system. And all the meteorites come from inside our solar systems. So most of them are fragments of asteroids long that broke apart long ago in the asteroids belt. Asteroid belts Asteroid belts located between Mars and Jupiter, such as orbit the Sun for some time, often millions of years before colliding the Earth. There are three main types of meteorites. Iron meteorites, which are almost completely made of metal. Stony iron meteorites, which have nearly equal amounts of metal and silicate crystals. Stony meteorites, which mostly have silicate minerals. So some of our topic will be reported by Mary Joy Pigaro.
A wonderful day to each and everyone. Our topic for today is all about minor bodies of the solar system. This includes the asteroids, comets, and satellites. So what is the minor bodies of the solar system? Minor bodies are the smaller, often non-spherical objects found in the solar system. The minor bodies includes the asteroids, comets, meteoroids, and the group of objects referred to as the Kuiper Belt objects, trans-Neptunian objects, and Oort cloud objects, and the other space junk and dust. Minor bodies are significantly smaller in size when compared to the Sun and planets. Each of these objects usually has its own orbit. It is most irregular in shape and was formed from leftover solar nebula materials. Minor planets specifically refer to the dwarf planets, asteroids, centaurs, Kuiper Belt objects, and other trans-Neptune objects. What is the difference between an asteroid and a dwarf planet? So, the difference between asteroids and a dwarf planet is that asteroids is a rocky planetesimal that is often non-spherical in shape, but a dwarf planet is spherical. Asteroids. The asteroids are the group of the solar system minor bodies that are much like the rocky planets in composition, carbon-rich, silicate materials, rock, and or metal. The word asteroids means star-like. Asteroids are also called minor planets, not to be confused with a dwarf planet. The larger asteroids are called planetoids. Italian astronomer Giuseppe Piazzi discovered the first asteroid Ceres in 1801. Ceres, which orbits between Mars and Jupiter, was first thought to be a planet. Later that same year, Pallas was discovered in basically the same orbit as Ceres. And by 1807, two additional asteroids had been discovered, Pallas and Vesta. At this time, some 625,000 asteroids had been identified, and the astronomers are finding new asteroids all the time. Most of the asteroids orbit between Mars and Jupiter, an area called the asteroid belt. There are three broad composition classes of asteroid, and that are C negative, is negative, and N negative type. The C negative type asteroids are the most common. They probably consist of clay, silicate rocks, and are dark in appearance. The C negative type stony are made up of silicate materials and nickel iron. The M negative types are metallic, nickel iron. The four largest asteroids are the Vesta, Ceres, Pallas, and Hygeia. Vesta is the brightest asteroid visible from Earth. It is regularly as bright as magnitude 5.1, at which time is faintly visible to the naked eye. Its maximum distance from the Sun is slightly greater than the maximum distance of Ceres from the Sun, though its orbit lies entirely within the Ceres. Ceres is the largest object in the asteroid belt between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Pallas is the second asteroid to have been discovered after one Ceres. Like Ceres, it is believed that to have mineral composition similar to carbonaceous chondrite, meteorites, though significantly less hydrated than Ceres. It is a major asteroid and possible dwarf planet located in the main asteroid belt, with a diameter of 434 kilometers and a mass estimated to be 3% of the total mass of the belt. It is the fourth largest asteroid in the solar system by the both volume and mass. And that's all for my topic.
Good day everyone! My topic to discuss is all about the planetary satellite. But before I proceed to my topic, I will first discuss what is a satellite and its kind. So, a satellite is any moon, planet, or machine that is in orbit around a Earth planet or star. Although satellites are typically associated with the man-made spacecraft that orbit our Earth. There are far more satellites in our solar system. Most of these are natural satellites, or what we call moons, that can be found orbiting other planets. We humans tend to look far beyond our solar system to search for life or for interesting celestial objects. However, closer scrutiny may reveal that our own solar system is far more diverse than we realize. So, to make it short, a satellite is an object in space that revolves to its another larger object. First, let me define what is a planetary satellite. A planetary satellite is any one of the celestial bodies in orbit around the planet, which is known as the primary body. They range from large planet-like geologically active worlds with significant atmospheres, such as Neptune's satellite Triton and Saturn's satellite Titan, two tiny irregular objects tens of kilometers in diameter. The satellite in the inner solar system, the two moons of Mars and the Earth's moon, are composed of primarily rocky material. The satellites of the outer space system, with the exception of Lu, have a major component, some type of frozen volatile, primarily water ice and also methane, ammonia, nitrogen, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, or sulfur dioxide, existing alone or in combination with other volatiles. Although their total mass is small, the minor bodies in the solar system are of central importance in various aspects of planetology. Each of the outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, has a considerable constellation of moons. So let us know how many planetary satellites are there. So, there are 171 moons or natural satellites orbiting the planets in our solar system. All planets have different number of moons. Mercury and Venus has no moon. Earth has 1 moon, Mars has 2 moons, Jupiter has 66 moons, Saturn has 62 moons, Uranus has 27, and Neptune have 13 moons. This image is shows the different types of moons. So that's the end of our report. I hope you enjoy watching. At the same time, you learned from us. Once again, I am Cherry Anworthy, together with Mary Joy Pigaro and Richie Oshang, and we are the reporters of Minor Bodies of the Solar System.